everyone, welcome back to Curator Radio. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you tuned in to episode 1 last week, thank you for being a part of this experiment with us. Last episode, we talked about working smarter, not harder. And we left you with a few simple action steps around visibility, automation, and reclaiming your time. I'm wondering how many of you did that. If you didn't get to those, no pressure. Episode 1 is always there for you. This week at Curators Hub, a lot is happening. And it all points to one big question. How do entrepreneurs actually grow sustainably without burning out or doing everything alone? This month at Curators Hub, we're seeing a clear pattern. Founders, creators, and small business owners aren't just asking for tools anymore. They're asking for infrastructure, not just software, not just AI, but actual environments, physical and human, that support how we actually work. That's why Curators Hub is launching Community Hub. This isn't just another co-working membership, and it definitely is not hustle culture dressed up as community. Community Hub is about creating a place to work, build, meet, and grow, all under one beautiful roof. It's a place where you don't have to work from your kitchen table anymore, or your bed, or you don't have to meet clients in coffee shops, and you don't have to piece together your business life across 10 different locations. What they're building here is an ecosystem. Nice little ecosystem. You got your workspace, you got events, you got learning, you got visibility, and real human connection that matters, especially right now. Here's the bigger trend that we're seeing everywhere. Entrepreneurs are moving away from solo operators and towards building systems plus support around their work. AI and automation are accelerating this, but it only works when it's paired with clear workflows and the right environment and people who actually understand exactly what you're building. Because guys, honestly, tools alone won't work. It needs context. And here's where community fits in. This month, Curators Hub is hosting a series of workshops focused on AI, workflow, and agentic tools. And one of the facilitators leading this charge is Emad. Emad is a seasoned mobile developer with over 10 years of experience building apps and training developers around the world. For more than 4 years, he's also been a public speaker and workshop instructor, known for bridging the gap between complex technical ideas and real-world application. More recently, Emad has been working at the edge of AI-assisted development, helping founders and small teams move forward from idea to execution faster without overwhelming their workflow. So I want to welcome Emad here today. Thank you so much for chatting with us today.
Hey Rajit, thank you for having me.
I want to get to, from what you're seeing right now, especially with small business owners and entrepreneurs, what's the biggest mistake that you're seeing that people are making when they're trying to scale and grow, especially with their workflows?
So I don't call it mistake, but it's like losing focus. So these days, all the people, doesn't matter if they are small or large companies or indie developers or like whoever are using AI, they are mainly focusing on choosing different tools. But the issue here is like they're jumping between different tools. Like sometimes they're using this LLM because the result is good, sometimes using the other LLM because the result is good. But the solution is not choosing between them. The solution is like finding the right tool for the right purpose. For example, one of the tools from Google is good for designing the user interface. The other good tool from, for example, ChatGPT, which is Codex, is good for reasoning. The other one is good for doing programming on one part of the solution. The other. So finding a good tool for one purpose is important, not switching between one to other because the result now shows Codex is better.
Oh, that's so interesting. So are you saying, when you look at your overall workflow, at the planning stage, use ChatGPT. Oh, for graphic design or video stuff, use Gemini.
Exactly,
Yeah, okay.
exactly. So the key for using these tools now is first go through different gates, for example. Plan for things and then execute and then review, design, and each gate should have their own expert or agent, as they call it.
Right.
And the agent come from different companies. It can also come from your local machine instead of using the large language model that is out there. But the important part is finding a good one for each gates.
Find a good one for each gate. And how do you feel about, taking the information one LLM gave you and then, comparing it or telling it to
Waste
rate
of time. Waste of time. You get to the rabbit hole of comparing. Obviously, they are not generating text for you. They are using token to understand the reasoning behind things and then mixing token to give you the result.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to them anything that you're seeing.
Right.
They talk in a token language. And the token can sometimes be my name as one token, sometimes my name be half a token or 2 character equal to one token and the other 2 character equal to the other token. It depends how they see the character, or it depends on the context, and then goes towards reasoning behind it.
Right.
So if you go to the rabbit hole of comparing these to that, it's waste of time.
It is, and speaking of waste of time, it brings us to our next question actually, because AI is everywhere. Now, it's in every single, or it's getting to be in every single industry, and a lot of people feel overwhelmed by it, and you're super in the industry, so you might be feeling it differently. But I think you're touching on a point of how to actually help entrepreneurs with the whole distraction piece of AI. So can you speak a little bit to that?
So we used to have, when I'm saying we, I mean tech people, used to have a problem with changing context. Context switching was really hard for us. We need to focus on one topic for a longer period of time. But these new AI tools giving us a way to changing focus without losing a context. So we can have long-running AI agent on 5 different topics and then remove all the context we have in our mind, leave it to the machine, just give them input and see the output without even looking at it. And then focus on what matters for us, reviewing a lot of code that's being generated. We don't need to just look at the machine and then see what it's doing. You need to give in without caring and then review it at the last gate.
Got it.
Remember when I said to have different gates?
Yeah.
That's the new way of doing things in the programming. Instead of doing the code and then see what's being generated. No, leave it there. In an isolated area, leave it there.
Okay.
And then review it at the end, fully focused.
So,
go ahead.
So you're saying, okay, hey, if you're working on one topic, one project, have a folder and trust that it will remember all the things that you input.
Yes.
So where do you see entrepreneurs getting hung up or blocked at that juncture?
So the issue I had myself was trust issue for the machine. So I just left it there because at the beginning I had to watch what it's doing. Especially these days, some of the tools like anti-gravity or all these new tools for developers, it just explains the reasoning behind things while doing it.
Yeah.
And we are crazy to see why it's doing that,
Right.
why it's doing. I don't care anymore.
Right.
If it does the job, why would I need to know? At the end, I'll review
Anyway,
the result.
Yeah.
Why I need to stuck here and look at the...
How it came to the conclusion.
Yeah.
Can you remove that from the LLM?
Yeah, the new agentic programming that's being used these days, like OpenClaw or Meltbot or CloudBot or all other solution that is out there, allowing developer to have long-running agents without
telling you why it gave you that answer.
You can give full access to isolated area or even to your whole machine to do that thing, and you just leave it there.
But it's so interesting that you're talking about the trust factor, because maybe it was actually, it's telling us the answer that we want, or whatever, it's answering the prompt, and it's like, oh, and by the way, this is how I got there.
Yeah, it will explain
so
that.
So it's a trust thing, but I guess what you're saying is at some point you're like, okay, I trust you. I don't need to know how you got there, just, you know?
And the reason these days, they like large companies like Cloud or Anthropic and OpenAI released some solution that doesn't need to go through MCPs or other tooling system that's being introduced past couple of months, now being deprecated slowly, is because there were some developer who made some extra tooling that while the LLM doing its job, it extracts some data from it and send it to someone else. And the security will be under question. Nowadays, they introduce new feature called skills, and it use that skill without even going through like third-party things. So just imagine like a human. You have different tools.
Right.
If you're not a handy person, you don't know how to use those tools. You need to learn the skill first and then use the tools.
Right.
So nowadays, the tools doesn't need to know everything. You give it to the machine, the tool with the skill, and the skill cover it all without a need towards a third-party tool that is not trusted.
Can you give us like a really simple, quick example of that?
For example, there are plenty of MCPs. That is a term being used these days for Figma, for designing, for LinkedIn to do, and these MCPs are a extension to LLMs that does some jobs for you.
Right.
So instead of using those, you tell to your agent, please go learn
Figma.
How to use Figma.
Yeah.
And it makes less than 100 lines of text, pure human readable text.
Right.
How I can use this tool.
Right.
And then the next time you ask it to use Figma for me, it doesn't need to use the MCP or software that is out there that you don't know what's happening on there, because you share your credential with those tools. Instead of going that way, it just use the tool every time, go through the website, logging in, and then open that, open this, and export it without someone else tell to the agent to do that. It learned it itself first, or you can just, if you know the structure of the skill, you can just make it yourself.
Right.
And it can apply anywhere.
So we're talking about like high-level integration.
Yes.
Okay.
So I can, right now I have a tool that, I have a skill that knows how to search for a flight for me. Every time it knows my preferences, it knows like where am I seated, like all the things.
Yeah, but will it actually, if you're like, hey, I love that flight, will it actually buy it for you and send it?
It's up to you if you allow it or not, because it can attach to your browser and do everything on your behalf.
Okay, so we've made a major shift with AI in the sense of like, it's telling you information and to now it's doing tasks.
On your behalf.
Yeah.
And that's the very scary part. If you give it access to your personal browser with the saved credential, and then if you give it the skill that it needs to do things.
Yeah.
So Right now, I have a gate, very beginning, that says, please tell me the plan that you want to do anything, get approval, and don't buy anything. That's a basic requirement for my agents.
Okay.
That's on a very high level.
Yeah.
It does not do any of this
Without your approval.
without my approval.
Right. Okay.
That's safe.
Well, speaking of doing things, not doing things, you are offering a cool workshop, 2 really amazing workshops this month. One of them is called I'm Not Doing This Manually Anymore. I love that title, which I think a lot of people can relate to, and we're just sort of talking about this now. So what's that about, and what's sort of one workflow shift that you've been making and seeing, using, and it's making a difference for you and other founders and people like that?
Yeah, for me, I had a talk with a friend of mine, very good friend, who started doing this way of coding, which is not vibe coding, which is not like, it's just giving in all the way in, like going all the way in to do everything without even have any concern towards AI. So he started in May or something last year.
He's making an app?
He made like 50 different ones.
50 different apps?
Yeah, since May.
I know that life, yeah.
And then one of his app got really viral these days.
Okay.
Like less than a week, more than millions talking about that. Got like, it's called Open Cloud right now. Used to be CloudBot or MeltBot. And
I've heard of MeltBot. Oh, he made MeltBot?
Yes. He's crazy guy. I love his mentality. And then he told me, just do it. And I didn't listen at that time. I started it in January, and so far I built 15 different apps. Plus, I did a lot of marketing. I did a lot of workshops. I spoke in a Curators community. Here I had a couple of workshops.
Yeah.
And one workflow is a very important one for me that I tell everyone is having structure, different gates to do anything with AI.
Tell us a little bit. Okay, so I know someone's gonna think you say gates, and I feel like it's very good. Can you just break it down, like exactly when you say gate, what are you referring to exactly?
I can give you what I use every day.
Okay.
That's one workflow that I use every day.
Okay.
I wake up using my chatbot or WhatsApp or my laptop, doesn't matter. I write to my AI agent and say, good morning. It gives me what I missed from yesterday, what's my plan today, what are the different meetings that I have, all the things that I need. And how would you get that data from yesterday when I told her or him or whatever, that good night. It asked me a lot of questions. What was your today? How was your, did you finish this task? Like real assistant. Just check it off.
Yeah.
Quick one. You don't need to explain. Just tell me 1 word, 2 words. And then next day. So what's happening in that process? I have different gates. First one is listening from my input from the morning.
Yeah.
Whatever I need to tell. And I can even do it like using voice or chat, doesn't matter. And then it goes to the next step, processing, planning, give me the overview of my today, put it on the calendar, and then get like all
reminders?
Reminders every hour. It just takes me something. It's already powered by MeltBot or Cloud, Open Cloud. They changed the name many times.
So many different names.
Yeah, because they got like some legal issue. But so the gates for me is just imagine you have a company.
Okay.
That company, there are different teams. And if you want to get something as an output of that company, it goes through different teams. For example, the first team is like ideation, then design it, plan for it, market
execution,
it. Exactly.
Analytics.
These are the gates that you need to make.
Okay, now I'm starting to understand. Okay.
So if your perspective is towards the company, each team can be a gate. If your perspective is a developer, each part of the software development cycle is the gate, like debugging, testing it, reviewing it, releasing it. Like, it doesn't matter if you look at it as a micro or macro.
Yeah.
All of it should have that. And the key gate is planning. All the new agents from all the companies, Google, Anthropic, OpenAI, all of them, has a feature to plan to do things. Because as a human, we are not able to communicate fully in a machine language. We cannot give all the detail because we don't see everything 360.
Right.
Ask from the machine to give you a plan. And then ask the machine to ask you a question if the plan is not clear for it.
Right.
And then review the plan. That's one gate. Go through all the steps.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for sharing that amazing workflow. So can you tell us real quick a little bit about the 2 workshops, just in case, people are interested and want to sign up?
So one of the workshop is about, I don't really want to do any of these things manually.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't even able to do it.
Yeah.
That's why you had to get an assistant to do a lot of different things if you're busy and you are having many different workflows.
Especially if you're like a social media person, like writing the caption, posting, getting the graphics, like there's like a ton of stuff that goes into it.
So I'm gonna explain how you can make your own assistant workflows to automate everything.
Oh, wonderful. That sounds like a great workshop.
That's one of the workshops.
How long is it?
4 hours.
Okay.
It's
Bring your laptop?
Yes, just laptop.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're a tech person, you get it faster, but it doesn't matter. You can just work with it.
So you're any level?
Yeah. Yeah. If you have a laptop that opens up and works, that's fine.
But if you're not like super techie,
that's fine as well.
Okay.
This one.
Amazing.
This one.
For this one. And then the second one?
For the next one is mainly about how to make apps, mobile apps, that is actually working. It's a mix between me and one of my good old colleague in the US from a company called Codeco. They are having a e-learning website for more than 20 years or something.
Nice.
And he's explaining more of the back-end part, how you can deploy whatever you've built. I'll explain on the front-end part how you can build an app for any ideas.
What is the value that you see coming from being in an environment with human beings, in a creative or an office space of some sort, and sort of building together, or building with others? Does the human presence still matter to you as it does?
100%. Okay. Not sitting next to your clients, but sitting next to the people who are in the same mentality with you. Like the same crazy people who doesn't sleep. Be with them, interact as little as possible because we don't like to talk. I love to talk, that's why I'm here, but not everyone. Interact with each other, show what you've built, and get the reward. Feedback. Because in reality, we are human. Our creature needs to be like in a group of people. We cannot be isolated. We love to be isolated, but for a small amount of time.
Period of time.
Exactly. Corona did change a lot of things.
It really did.
And we realized we are not happy with isolation.
Exactly.
And then no one knew that developers, tech people used to be isolated. And that was okay for us. But now we are just saying, like, with the fast pace, you need to be next to someone that understands your word. Otherwise, you get like exploded. Like, we don't have enough bandwidth to digest information these days.
Yeah, wow, we covered so much today. This is great. I loved having him at Curators Hub in our studio today. Emad, thank you so much for being with us, and I'm so looking forward to the workshops. If you want to join the workshops or find out more information, where should we go?
So there is a link from Curators Hub website. You can just find it. And there is a website that's all the tickets is there called Luma. Then the last part is there is a discount. If you like, you can just find it down here and use it in Luma for getting 50% off.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you again for being
here. Thank you for
sharing your perspective.
Yeah. Have a lovely day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, that was such an interesting conversation. I really hoped you enjoyed that. Growth doesn't have to come from grinding harder, guys. It can actually come from smarter systems, supportive environments, and learning alongside people who are actually building things. Community Hub is Curators Hub's way of responding to that shift. If you're a founder, creative, or small business owner who wants a professional place to work, meaningful events, access to tools, mentors, and peers, and a community that's designed to support real growth, you can check us out at any upcoming event. Learn more at curatorshub.ca. Thank you for being here, and remember, we have open co-working every Wednesday. You can email me or just show up. All the links are below. I'm Raji, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching Curator Radio.